Hello there. Welcome to Book Talk. This is your host, Anthony Mwerore. And today, as always, we have one great guest. Yeah, we've never had a guest who's never left us with something to think about, something to act on. But this one is very more potential that you should not miss seeing it, all of it, and gain the experience that she has and act on your business. We are focusing on business. Whatever business you're in, we've got with us one great guest who is known as Dr. Terri Levine. And I hope I got that right.
You said it totally right. Yes.
Yeah, so Dr. Terri Levine is a founder of Hartrepreneur Business Consulting, and she'll tell us what Hartrepreneur is. And she's coached more than 6,000 business people and helped them achieve 6-figure and 7 figures in their business, generating income and impacting people and their society and living the lifestyle that they so desire. And that has been over the past 4 decades. Now, that's quite great. That's quite something. She is the author of 40 books and counting. So when I say someone with experience, now she is one who is the right person to talk about experience, and especially in business. Her current book is called The Conversion Equation, which has a proven formula to attract high-level prospects, close sales, and increase your profitability. And that's what we are going to look into in this episode. So I won't take more time. I'll just welcome you to the show. Welcome, Doctor.
Oh, Anthony, thank you so much for having me, and anything that I can do to pass on business tips to others, I'm all about that.
Yes, and we are really honored to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's get to know a bit more about yourself, some basics that we may not have had before.
Okay, so I'll just make it very brief.
Okay.
I have established 8 totally different multi-million-dollar businesses, all different kinds of industries. Okay. And I have helped about 6,000 people, as you said, in 19 different countries. And what I know how to do, I've been really myopic about one thing, is to create business and how to create a successful business. It's a formula. It's proven. It'll work. All you have to do is take the formula and work it. And I wrote the conversion equation as a way of helping masses of people get the proven formula, learn how to implement it. And the book even gives so many case studies that you can just live vicariously through other people, apply what they applied, and have success.
That's wonderful. And before we dive into it, please let us know what is Hartrepreneur.
I'm glad you asked. So the name of my company is Hartrepreneur. We also have even trademarked the word Hartrepreneur. And really what Hartrepreneur is the way that we do business. There's about 6,400 of us currently doing business as Hartrepreneurs. Okay. And what that means is we connect with heart, we build relationships, we come from a place of serving and sharing, not pitching and manipulating. And instead of using ads and chat bots and all kinds of things that people are using, funnels and all these other things, business by creating relationships, helping people, educating and adding value. And every day, those people raise their hands, they come to us. And that's the best way to do business in my experience.
And now I think I'm gaining something from this, just from this. I'm trying to imagine that people have been racing, going on a race that you can't catch up with. Because as soon as I identify one thing that is working online, is it a funnel? Is it the ads? Then before I turn around, something else new has come. So you're speaking to us about this age-proven method of creating relationships, and I mean that's wonderful.
Yeah. And it really, this is all I've done in all of my businesses for 43 years.
Okay.
So I'm not using funnels. I don't necessarily use ads. Once in a while, we use a little bit of ads here and there. Mostly we don't. And all we do is have natural, organic conversations. And I call it modern coaching method. It's on my website, modern coaching method. It's a very simple process, and it is all in the conversion equation.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And we'll want to know more if that is in the conversion equation. I want to learn. And I guess the viewer also wants to learn something from this.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's dive into it and tell us a bit more. Maybe the formula in the way it flows, and
Sure.
let's get to have an idea.
Okay, so I'll give it away.
Mhm.
There's a 4-part formula that make up the conversion equation. And the first part is interrupt, and I'll explain that.
Okay.
People are primarily in what's called downtime, which means they're reading emails, they're scrolling Facebook, they're watching TV, and their brain isn't really paying that much attention. It's like, I don't really need to be awake. You need to have a way, and that's part of the formula, to interrupt people and to break through the noise and get their attention.
Yeah.
Once you interrupt them, you get them into what's called uptime. You must keep the brain in uptime or the brain will go right back into downtime. So we do that with the second part of the formula. After we interrupt, second part is engage.
Okay.
We engage them with something that keeps them in uptime. The third part of the formula is educate. Now we give them a piece of knowledge, data, a fact that they're interested in.
Yeah.
Now they're still with us. And then the final fourth thing that we do is we give them a no or low risk offer. Not what most people are doing, trying to go pitch them, go buy this, go get this, something no or low risk. If you even look at moderncoachingmethod.com, you'll see that I just give people, that's my offer. So it's interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. Interrupt, engage, educate, offer. It's not only spelled out in the book, there's case study after case study in every kind of an industry from my real client family members, as I call them, explaining exactly how they put it in place. And so you can get the book and do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, sure. And all the people who are watching are going to get the book and apply this. But now you tell us about interrupting. And now I'm on Facebook, I'm scrolling there. And I have friends and we talk about where we've been on holiday, what we are eating for dinner. And what's the best way that I'm going to interrupt those people who I'm engaging in so that they know that there is something going on more than just the social aspect?
Good question. So first of all, on your personal feed on Facebook, you want to primarily have prospects, okay? And that's very different than when most people think. They think, oh no, I'm going to show photos to my family and my friends. Facebook is a business platform if you understand how to use it, and it's free. So on my personal profile, I have the 5,000 friend limit with maybe another 5,000 followers. I constantly use an app that goes in, it deletes inactive people or people who haven't commented, and I go take my exact audience. Now, I don't start pitching them. So let's just say we became Facebook friends. I send you a message on Facebook. Hey, Anthony, I just accepted you as a Facebook friend. And I'm just being real. I'm having a conversation. I'd love to know about you and your business. So I'm interrupting you. I am then engaging you. I'm listening to your response. And then if there's something that I can offer you, help you, educate you, maybe offer you to come to my Facebook community, Hartrepreneurs with Terri Levine, maybe offer you something for free and say, hey, watch my webinar at the Modern Coaching Method. It will help you, whatever. That is a very simple way of doing it. And by the way, it costs you $0 to do that. I do it in 20 minutes a day. That's all.
Okay. Now, since you promised to give it all away, and we are we are connected to a lot of people with Facebook groups and with this limit that they give us. You mentioned something about an app that deletes inactive people. Give it away.
About a what? Sorry.
The app. You talked about an app that goes and clears your Facebook.
Okay.
that is
So,
inactive, that is not helping you in any way? Because I'm also about to hit that lead.
okay.
And I know
So
many people
if
also watching
people,
this.
yeah, if people just DM me, I'll give them the link. They can get the app for free for 14 days. I'm not going to say the name of it. I'm
Wow.
going to tell you that all you need to do is just send me a message and say app, and I will send you a link to it. Literally, you can try it totally free, no obligation, 14 days. And it will clear people. It will send out broadcast messages. It acts as a CRM. It does so many things. I constantly say, I wish I developed the app. I'm happy to share it with anyone who messages me, of course, with you, Anthony.
Oh, okay, we'll take that and we'll be after you looking for the app to do that. And because one of the things that I experienced with people who are on Facebook on a daily basis, and I get this fact that for you to be productive, you need to be constant. You need to have some consistency. Now, I cannot sit all day. It's okay. We excuse you.
Allergies.
I
It's
cannot sit
allergies.
all day posting and adding pictures, talking about business. So if the app is going to do that for me, then I love it.
So the app will engage in real chat with you, and it will find real people. It can even go into groups. And let's say I wanted to find coaches or teachers or speakers. It can go to Facebook groups and it can find people who have that profile, and it can send friend requests to those people. And when you're posting, I'll give another clue for people. You can post whatever you want on your personal page. So you can, we talked about yesterday, I was at an air show here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I posted some of that. I might post what you talked about, dinner, friends, whatever. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or 2 to 3 days, post something related to your business. So today, just a few minutes ago, before we got on, I posted something about my book and said, hey, did you get the conversion equation? You can get your copy, Amazon shipping it in a few days, hurry up.
Okay.
You constantly don't want to be in people's face though, right? You don't want to constantly put that in their face. So think of social media as social. People sharing experiences and information. And then once in a while, you're making that offer because you're interrupting, engaging, educating, and then, hey, here's an offer. My book is available. You can download it today, or Amazon will ship it in a few days. Order it now. Just don't do that too frequently because that gets annoying and no one wants to see that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. And thank you for that.
Yes.
So you don't want to just be talking about business every single day. You've got to balance life. You've got to bring in the social aspect and the business aspect, because anyway, that's how we are. We are in a world that contains all those things, that has all the dynamics of life incorporated together.
Exactly. And people want to know you, right? People do business. We all know this with people they know, like, and trust.
Yeah.
So I want to know people. I don't just want to pitch somebody. I want to say, oh, who's Anthony? What's he into? What is he like? Where does he live? Where is he from? This is how you're social in society. So make those conversations the same on Facebook as you would if you met someone at a dinner party. That's the way that you want to think on any social media platform.
Yeah, and there's something else I need to ask of you. We are talking about Facebook, and we talked about not having funnels and things like that. Which other platforms do we utilize that now we are not going to have all those other things that we've mentioned? Now, do you have other platforms apart from Facebook yourself?
It's a great question. So my Facebook business page, Hartrepreneur, Terri Levine, I don't know, 25, 26,000 followers. And then my personal page we talked about, and then my group, Heartrepreneurs with Terri Levine, another 6,400 or so folks. So do I use other platforms? Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I've got about 60,000 followers. And I will tell you, I make all my money organically from Facebook. I'm going to say that again. All of my money organically comes from Facebook. Yes, I'm on Instagram because Facebook and Instagram are related. They're owned by the same company. I don't pay attention, quite frankly, to any other platform. Don't even look at my profile on Twitter, because on Twitter, I'm more of an activist. That's where I'm personal and activist. On Instagram, at Mentor Terri, it's very similar to what I do on Facebook. I'm being transparent. My money comes from Facebook. So I tell my client family members, I don't really recommend LinkedIn anymore. I used to. If you want to look for a job, LinkedIn is fabulous. Otherwise, LinkedIn is a pitch fest. Look at your in-mail. It's nothing but people pitching you. So I don't pay any attention to LinkedIn. Yes, I'm on there. I have tons and tons of people I'm connected to. I'll say it one more time, Anthony, all of my business, about $3 million every single year on average, comes from Facebook organically. So I always tell people, follow me on Facebook, on my business page, on my personal page, and in my group, see what I do and imitate it, because it works. Does that make sense?
Oh, quite sure, and quite important to know that. But I would like to know a bit, something a bit more. You work on Facebook, and Facebook is what gives you your income primarily. And because you have quite a number of case studies, does it work the same for all the people?
Great question. Let me teach by example. I have a pretty new client family member. I think she's been with me for 4.5 months, roughly. And she didn't have a big following, and she didn't even have a business page, and she didn't have a group. Okay. So we've put about 1,000 people in her group that are her exact target audience. We've also gotten about, I think she has 3,500 followers on her business page. Okay. And we made her personal page something very different than what it was, modeling my personal page, which is the Terri Levine. From that, she has gotten 17 qualified prospects, of which 3 joined her program, which is a $5,000 program. Okay. So she's made $15,000 by spending 0 money and just following my Facebook formula. It's that easy, and it works. It does work if you follow it. I have to say that part.
Oh, of course, if we follow something, it works. I mean, if you plant a seed somewhere, you will expect some fruit at some point. So I agree with what you're saying. And especially now, since we are going to reach so many people on Facebook, they need to know that it's not just about social. They could grow their business on that. And you are focused on growing other people's businesses, but at the same time, you've been a publisher, an author for quite some time. And you've got quite some fair sales of your books. Does that also work for books? Like many others are going to listen to this. Does that work for books, that you get to sell to people and you have some numbers coming in?
Great question. So this is The Conversion Equation is my 47th book. I've been writing books since, oh my gosh, I think I started in like 1999. And, you know, initially there wasn't social media when I started in 1999. We didn't have these platforms. Ever since I've had social media, my books not only have sold more than they've ever sold in the past. The thing that I find is that now I can reach readers all over the world. I can make a difference to more people. So yeah, shouting out my book on social media, talking about my book, doing interviews. There are so many people who've read The Conversion Equation because it's on the e-readers, and then they go on social media and like, I don't even know that they're doing this. They talk about the book and the impact, and then they tag me. So social media authors, I really want to speak to all my authors or wannabe authors for a minute. Social media lets you get your book out to the masses. So when you write a book not just for yourself, right? And we write a book because we want readers. Social media is the key to having people read your book, and video, lives, interviews make all the difference. So that's part of the formula in The Conversion Equation. I even give some formulas for authors. How do you interrupt, engage, educate, and offer? As an author, how do you do that with your book?
That's good and quite good. I've seen many authors who just come into a group and all they do in the group is post links. What's your idea about that?
I just am not a believer in that. And if you think about this for just a moment, again, I use the analogy if you're at a cocktail party or a networking event or whatever, I wouldn't walk up to someone and go to www.getmybook.com, right? I mean, who has a conversation like that?
Yeah.
So entrepreneurs have natural conversations. If I'm in a group, and I'll give you, again, I teach by example, I am in a group that has like 20 or 30,000 people in it. And I saw somebody in the group saying that no matter what they were doing, they couldn't get people on Facebook to pay attention to them and respond. So I commented, that's all I did. I went into the group and I said, I remember who the person's name was, Bill, whoever it was. I said, hey, I said, there's this formula and it's called the conversion equation. And I think it might really help you. If you'd like to know more, let me know. Okay. And so I didn't drop a link. I didn't say, go get my book. I didn't even say I had a book.
Yeah.
He messages me or whoever his name was on Facebook and says, I really would like to know more. I said, well, I do have a brand new book. I cover the whole formula. Would you, and again, I'm asking for permission. Would you like me to give you the link? I didn't just drop the link in chat. He said, yeah, I'd love it. Now I dropped in this case, the Amazon link.
Yeah.
I got a message back from him the next day. I've downloaded it on my e-reader. I've also ordered the soft copy. I really need this book. That's how you have a natural conversation with someone. And that's what I want to remind people of. Stop pitching at people and dropping links. No one wants to buy from someone who does that.
Oh, that's quite good to get that from you, because I've experienced it a lot. And someone is going to hear that and then is going to get a whole new idea of how to go about it.
Good.
Yeah. So the conversion equation, how big is it when we get it?
Oh boy, I don't remember. I wrote the book so long ago, and I'm going to say it's well over 200 pages.
Yeah.
And the way that I've written it is in very digestible chunks. So you read one short chapter, may take you 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the recommendation is for people who are having a lot of success with the book, they go implement that. Then they come back whenever that might be, and they read 10, 15 minutes of the next chapter. There's a guy who messaged me the other day and he said, I'm on the 4th chapter and I'm not a slow reader, but because I'm implementing everything step by step, like you're going to have success from the book. This isn't a read the book and vicariously some magical thing is going to happen. This is, here's the formula, go apply that part, come back, read the next part, go apply it. So while it's 200 and something pages, I really want people to think of it the way I wrote it. It's as if you've hired me to be your business consultant and I'm taking you by the hand. I'm nurturing you. I'm taking you under my wing and I'm helping you implement step by step. That's why you get results. It's not just a book. It's literally an entire consulting course.
And I like the fact that you knew we are coming to talk about the book, but you don't even have it with you because your main thing was not to come and pitch it. You were coming to give value, what we are giving someone out there. So we see it.
Most people expect me to show up, you know, here's my book and hold it up. And I'm like, I'm here to create value. If I resonate with you and if you like me or like my ideas, go get the conversion equation. You don't need to have me holding it up, right? So there's no pitching. It's just create value and education. For the sake of creating value and education, I'm asking nothing in return. And that's a lesson that I hope people are also learning.
And that's quite practical of what we are saying. So what would you advise for someone who is starting from zero, and everybody starts from zero, I believe, starting from zero, that what are the main points that someone should pay much attention to?
So the very first thing that I'll say is I started in the consulting industry from zero 27 years ago.
Okay.
I had 30 clients in 30 days and did about $500,000 the first year. So I started where you started, all of you who are brand new. It's not like something magical happened for me. And by the way, I only had a list of like 4 people back then. I had nothing. Yeah. Nobody heard of me. I didn't come out of this industry. I came from another industry. So I would tell you to start the way that I teach at Modern Coaching Method. The first thing I would say is go to moderncoachingmethod.com for free. Watch the video training, because I literally teach you how to start your business from scratch. I literally give it away. It's a formula. Here's what you need to do. Let me give you a few key points. The first thing is you have to have a small and narrow niche. Many people try to reach a big, broad niche, and that doesn't work. The narrower and the smaller and the deeper, the better. The second thing, don't make an offering of your product, your service, your book, or anything else until you've actually surveyed your target audience and said to them, hey, if I, like for me, I'd say, hey, if I could give you one result in business, what would you want? If you specialize in career consulting or your book's about careers, hey, if I could give you one result in careers, what would you want? If it's romance, hey, if I could give you one result in improving your romance life, what would you want? And let me explain that. I had a program years ago that I was going to teach coaches and consultants how to have a high ticket offer. And so I was going to call it Get High Ticket Clients. I thought that was a good name. However, I surveyed my audience and I said, if I could give you one result in making more money in your business, what would you want? And I got the weirdest answers back. Several people said, get hot, H-O-T, get hot paying clients. I'm like, what's a hot paying client? I never heard of it. I just followed their lead. I got the domain Get Hot Paying Clients. I named my program Get Hot Paying Clients because I listened to my audience. I put over 1,200 people through that program at $1,500 a person. And they came to me raising their hands and jumped in. Why? I listened to my audience. I even named my program what they said. Name your book based on what they want. Name your program based on what they want, and they will come to you. That's how you get qualified prospects coming to you every single day.
And that's a very good answer that we've got from you today. And now, since you give a low risk offer or no risk offer for a person to come to your website, and we are going to watch on that video that you told us, please remind us your website again, that we are going to watch that free course.
Moderncoachingmethod.com.
Moderncoachingmethod.com. So we are going to watch. Now that's low risk or no risk. And we come there and we watch. How do you retain me?
So what happens is you get to watch the video, you get all of the training for free. If you want to read what's involved, you can even look at the entire page, and it talks about the old way of doing business. You can say, am I doing any of that? And it tells you the new way. So I'm giving away not just the training, I'm giving away a ton of content. If somebody goes through any of the content and they're like, I'm not sure, this might be good in my business. They can fill out an application to chat with my team for just 15 minutes. We kind of do an interview and like, so Anthony, what's going on in your business? And then if we can help them, we'll book in about a 45-minute time, not to sell them. I'm going to say that again, not to pitch them, not to make an offer, not to sell them, but now to really spend 45 minutes with Anthony diving into his business if we think we can help him. And that's how you do a no or low risk offer. You can go to the website, Modern Coaching Method. You can watch the webinar, you can read the material, and you never have to raise your hand. However, if you want more help, you fill out an application. It's very, very simple. And there's no funnel that goes, here's my free thing or free plus shipping, which isn't really free. And then here's my next offer. Oh, no, wait, here's my next offer. No, wait, no, we don't do any of that. And I can't stand when people do it to me. The minute I get into a funnel, I don't buy from you.
Oh, okay, we get that. So my question was, how am I going to come across you? Or do we go back now into Facebook where people have connected with you and not with a funnel? It's something that they get to see it, not as a compulsory thing, but something that that is dynamic, something that is happening all over and everyone is accessing.
Exactly right. People find the Modern Coaching Method through, we've got Hartrepreneur Radio and Hartrepreneur TV. So we talk about it. We talk about it in the Facebook group, Hartrepreneurs with Terri Levine. People find the site on their own. Very, very limited amount of Facebook ads. We do them once in a while. We don't spend a lot of money. We don't do a lot on that. And the rest is organic. The rest is chat that we talked about in the beginning.
Yeah.
And if I'm chatting with you, let's say I'm chatting with someone and they say, hey, Terri, thanks for accepting my friend request. You asked a little bit about me or my business. I'm a new coach and I'm really looking to find more clients. I'll be like, oh, I have a webinar that might help you. It's totally free. Would you like me to drop in the link? Again, it's permission-based relationship. Yeah, I'd love it. Great. Here, go over to Modern Coaching Method and do me a favor. After you've watched the video, let me know what you think. Again, it's conversation. So that's how people find it. That's how people engage with it. And then again, if it resonates, they can raise their hand and fill out an application and we'll see if we can help them.
Oh,
That's
that's wonderful. And something else before we go, I would like to know. We said we all start from zero, but then you don't get to make a 6-figure or 7-figure business by charging $10 per service or per, so whatever is it that you're offering there. And this is general. How do you go from starting from zero into charging high rates for a program, for something?
So you've got to have some case studies. This is what I'm working with a client on right now. So I'll use her. She's totally new. She's a consultant and she's totally new in the industry. She consults with women who have gotten a divorce and who actually want to start a business after divorce. So she's got a very specific niche. She doesn't have any clients. How would she start? So this is exactly what we did. Number one, we started a Facebook group for those women. Number two, she created content, videos, and added value. She has a consumer awareness guide. She has a free educational class, and she's creating value every day. She's using my chat system to chat with these women. Now, just starting the last couple of days, she's offering them her consulting services. So after she's been in a little bit of a relationship with them, she'll say, hey, Chantel, I heard that you're really looking to start a business and you're a divorced woman. I have a program that helps do that. And normally the program is $5,000. I'm looking for 5 women. I'm going to give it to you for only $997. That is such a huge discount in exchange for your testimonial after you go through the program. Does that interest you? So she gets her first 4 or 5 people. And she's only making $5,000, right? $997 a person. She has 5 people. Let's say 3 of them become great testimonials for her. Now she is justified charging a higher price because she has real testimonials and case studies. That's the formula. I just gave it away.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, I love that. I love that. One more thing. In your book, you talked about the hidden assets hiding in your business now. Which are those? I mean, 6-figure, 5-figure business assets that are hiding in my business. Now, let me know that. Now, me as an author who's authored and published only 1 book.
So far.
So far. What hidden assets do I still have there?
So a couple things. First of all, every one of your readers are a hidden asset. Touching base with them, seeing if they want private consulting about what's in the book, group consulting about what's in the book, if they want courses around what's in the book. So number one, every reader is a hidden asset. Number two, taking your book apart and structuring it as a course is a hidden asset. I have one of my books that we took apart called Sell Without Selling, Lessons from the Jungle for Sales Success. Years ago, we took it apart. We made a course out of it. I think we sold the course for about $1,000 a person. We put 400 people through the course.
Whoa.
That's $400,000 from my book. Okay. It's not selling 400,000 copies of a book. It's now selling something high ticket from the book. So there's tons of hidden assets. And I tell people in 45 minutes, I can typically find them about $100,000 from their book. And you've got hidden marketing assets sitting there. So those are a couple.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I'm looking for those 5-figure, 6-figure, 7 figures in the near future, starting with my one book that I've published.
Yes.
And yes, thank you very much. We are really honored to have you, and you've given us so much value in this talk today. And we'll let you go, but tell us exactly, you told us about moderncoachingmethod.com. I am trying to find how to find you in all the ways that we can find you. moderncoachingmethod.com and terrilevine.com.
Heartrepreneur.com is my website.
Okay.
That's okay. Heartrepreneur.com.
Yeah. Why don't you go for your name? Because everybody else is going for their name.
Because you don't want to go for your name. This is why Tony Robbins can't sell his company and has been trying for 12 years. Never start a company under your name. You can't leverage that. You can't sell that. You can't walk away from that, and you can't pass it on to your family. Nike isn't called, Mr. Bill and Company, right?
Yeah.
Pepsi isn't called by the CEO of the company. So one of the biggest mistakes people make in business is having their ego be the name of their company. Don't have your ego be the name of your company. Have your company become a brand, and you sit in the CEO chair of the company. You don't trade time for money, and the company isn't built around you if it's going to be sustainable. Listen, I live in four places. I live in Mexico part of the year. I live in Pennsylvania part of the year. I live in New Jersey part of the year. And for the last couple of years, I haven't, but prior I also lived in Arizona. That's 4 places. I can be doing nothing. I can lay on a beach and it doesn't really matter. My business continues and doesn't need Terri Levine. That's a wake-up call for everyone. So my website is heartrepreneur.com. So it's heart, then R-E, and then preneur, P-R-E-N-E-U-R. If you put in terrilevine.com, guess where it takes you? It takes you to Heartrepreneur, because I own that domain, but I don't market that domain. Moderncoachingmethod.com. And here's where I really want people to connect with me, Anthony. On Facebook, my group, Heartrepreneurs with Terri Levine, I give tons of value. Go in the file section. There's books, there's ebooks, there's a consumer awareness guide. Every week on Tuesdays is an actual live training. And I want to help, and I want to serve, and I want to support. Go in and join Heartrepreneurs with Terri Levine, and then model what I do in there, and you'll have more success.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Those domains, we are going to tag them on the video so people can find them easily. These days people are bored with writing. They just want to click, so we'll tag it.
Yes, and I want to say, Anthony, you asked, I'm on radio and TV shows literally almost every other day. You asked some of the best questions. I just appreciate that we could have a natural, organic conversation, nothing scripted. You're just a wonderful interviewer, and it's been my pleasure to be here with you.
Oh, really? I'm very honored to have that comment from you.
True.
And yes, really, really, I appreciate that feedback from you. And now we are just about to sign off. But before we go, my guests leave us with a parting shot. What's your parting shot? Something that you'd like us to remember you with. Go ahead.
I would just say, do business heart to heart.
Do business heart to heart. Not the way that we've been doing it all over.
Exactly. Don't do it the way everyone else is doing it.
Go for the heart.
Yes.
Heart to heart.
There you go.
So once again, this has been Terri Levine, the author of The Conversion Equation. And it's been such a great honor. We really appreciate you coming here. And we also appreciate every viewer who's watching us there live, and those who are watching the recorded version. Please remember to share this content with your friends, because sharing is caring. And let's keep doing business heart to heart. So once again, thank you very much, and bye for now.
Bye, everyone.